NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back here on the... between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Robert Quinn. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be about the 33.
A gain of 47 yards. 1st down, Bears.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
That's good for the Lions.
Now Lawrence to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Lions at 13-2 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Seven, our score after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Lawrence Cager, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Bears 14, Lions 7. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Balaj. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Bears 21, Lions 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Next to score, Bears 21, Lions 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. That completes it again to Metcalf. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Balaj is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 36, Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Fields on 3rd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And that is going to be a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Fields. And
his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This pass complete to Melton.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Velus Jones.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is down to 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they do so in possession of the lead now, thanks to the effort of their defense. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now Balaj. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they have regained the lead.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's got some space here.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 3 quarters in the books. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Flush to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Steps away. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Now Lawrence to throw.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mario Edwards Jr. able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Bears 40, Lions 31. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
That's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On play action, Lawrence.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want to.
you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kalen Balazs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Balazs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Anderson's kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses,